Let me welcome you to the studios of Platform Media International. My name is Joe Ehizode presenting. My very good friend Onyanabo is with me again to the studio. Opuene, welcome. And how are you doing otherwise?
I'm doing good.
Opuene, Champions League has entered the crucial stage. UEFA Champions League. It's at the crucial stage in the quarterfinals. And as we speak, this morning or this day, the second leg is coming up across Europe. Opuene, before I get to you, let me give you us these fixtures. Barcelona is hosting Juventus, and Borussia Dortmund for today, Tuesday. Leicester City is at home to Atletico Madrid, while Real Madrid is hosting Bayern Munich. A day after tomorrow, that's tomorrow, Monaco is hosting the Borussia Dortmund, and Barcelona is at home to this Concentrary. That's Juventus. And before this, last week, like you predicted here, Opuene, people are beginning to listen to you, that you said that Barcelona will not be able to beat Juventus. And Juventus overwhelmed Barcelona by 3-0. And Real Madrid beat Bayern at home 2-1. Leicester City, the surprise of them all is still there. They lost 1-0 away to Atletico Madrid. Opuene, the stars are fading away. Last week, my song, Barcelona. Whoever thought that Barcelona would be losing in the UEFA Champions League 4-0, 3-0? Opuene, what is that?
You see, when a big team start giving so much goals, you know there's a lot of problems. 3 years ago, I said 3 years from ahead, Barcelona will be having problems. Barcelona have been taking out the physicality in their team for a while, and it's now start telling on them. Barcelona biggest player is the captain.
Iniesta.
No, there's the captain, the tall defender. What's his name? Piqué. He's the biggest player. He's not the strongest. They have Busquets, their defensive holding player. He's not the strongest. He's a weak guy. He doesn't mark. Barcelona doesn't mark. That is the same problem Arsenal is having. Look, they play in generalization. There's no specifics. That is the biggest problem they are having now. They tend to use the stars they have to influence and intimidate people, and people are not buying into that anymore. That is the biggest problem they're having.
Opuene, you see, but the Juventus team that I see there is very experienced. Chiellini, Brazzani, and in front the defense you have this guy.
The Chiellini. See, look, the Barcelona, the Juventus you're talking about. I'm not saying Juventus is the best team in the world. I'm not saying Juventus they are classic or this. No, but what I'm saying, they are disciplined and they fight for it. If you look at Barcelona, the way they play now even start changing. Under Guardiola, before he left, when they lose, they pressure immediately to retrieve the ball. So when they do that, it's difficult to get behind the midfield to the defensive end. Is difficult because then the backline can see what is coming. They don't do that much. All the physical players they have, the aggressive players they have, they start taking those players out slowly, and it doesn't help. Football, you attack and you defend. If you want to attack, you don't want to defend, then be ready to score. If they score you 11, you should score.
Opuene, that reminds me because before Barcelona used to say the best form of defense is attack, but now they don't have those players to hold on to the attack anymore. Iniesta is getting old. Busquets is a very gentle guy, and
let me give you an example. I want viewers to understand something. Example of what I'm saying is the same thing that's happened to Spain. They are not bringing players to change what is going on. You just want to play. You don't want to mark. You cannot win in modern day football now. Things are changing. For example, the tactics, the system you use to win a league anywhere in the world this year, if you don't improve on that the following year, you don't win the league with that same system of tactics because people learn and they get close to you.
So, what is your prediction today between Juventus and and
that game is going to be a cagey game. I don't see that game ending 11-11 each side. For sure, players are getting out of that game. They are red card in that game. That game won in 11-11. And as we know, the Italians, it's not about Juventus, the Italians.
Okay. Before we tomorrow, that's the game. What of Leicester City and Atletico Madrid? People thought that at Leicester City playing away because they're not doing well until recently in the Premiership, but it's a surprise. Just like they surprised people last season, they are beginning to pull that surprise. Who knows? They can come to the King Stadium today and then beat Atletico Madrid because it's just one goal slim margin.
It's one goal, but I want you to understand something. Atletico Madrid is a very, very experienced side. Atletico Madrid play like the English teams. They fight for everything. They don't just keep the ball. No, they fight for everything. They don't give you nothing. Did you watch the game against Leicester? Any long ball that is played to very 3-4 players. Any long ball, 3-4. Any long ball, 3-4. They understand. Atletico Madrid don't just go and play. They fight for everything.
One thing of interest to me there is that Michael Ididi, the Nigerian defensive midfielder, is doing very well. I saw him. His marking is very good, and also he can attack the 18 and then shoot.
Yeah, I thank you for bringing that. I thank you for bringing that up. I really want to talk about that player. If I were to be the owner of Chelsea, I would go buy Ndidi. You know why? Ndidi is a holding player, but I think he's slightly on the technical side better than Conte. He can defend, he can attack. He's more technical.
And he can appear in the
he's more technical, which means if he can defend and he can attack, it will be a good acquisition for Chelsea because Matic is getting older and slower. Ndidi is younger and fresher, which means if we play Ndidi and Conte, it will make their midfield very, very strong, but not drifting from what
you're becoming a scout for Chelsea now. People won't like you for that. Opuene. Let's talk about Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. Real Madrid, Ronaldo just suddenly woke up and scored 2 goals and achieved the milestone 100 goals in the UEFA Champions League. So what's your take today to this match?
You see, it will be difficult for Bayern Munich in the second leg. But knowing fully well that there's nothing to lose, it becomes a problem for Real Madrid. Because if Bayern goes there and scores first again, Real Madrid will panic. But the biggest problem from the first game, you see, sometimes that is the problem I have with big players and ego. What this guy did, the guy that scored the goal for Bayern Munich, Arturo Vidal. You score that one. Why are you so anxious to go and take? Relax. Let somebody. We want to win.
They blew it.
Bayern would have won that game comfortably. They blew it. And at the end of the game, there was a red card, and they threw the win to the air.
From what I saw in the first leg, I still feel that Real Madrid will still be vulnerable.
Real Madrid,
it just says something now.
Because remember, what's their striker? Bayern Munich striker. Lewandowski didn't play.
Yes.
Because he had a back injury. If Bayern Munich go with an open, because why I'm looking at Bayern Munich is different from the previous year because they are more direct. But when you play big games like this, we don't want no ego. We want people to just go and play.
The old men are not tired. I mean, Robin and the French,
Frank Ribery.
They are not tired at all.
No, they're not tired. They go. These are professionals. These are people that have played all over the place. They understand and they know what it means to win. But when you get somebody with so much ego, and that's the problem with Arturo Vidal. It's the same problem with Cavani of PSG, where so much ego in players, you kill a team.
Okay. So what about Monaco, Borussia Dortmund? Monaco went to Borussia Dortmund and surprised them. And this Monaco team seems to me to be like the Leicester City we saw in EPL last season. Monaco look like a dark horse. They are capable of surprising everybody. With that gentle young guy, Mbakwe, he is a phenomenon.
He's a good player. If you look at the French teams, German teams, they don't believe in stars. They believe in team cohesion. How the team plays. They believe so much in their team, what the team can do, team tactics. That's what they believe in. But having mentioned that and not taking anything from Monaco, we got to remember that there was a problem before that game was shifted and played the next game because there was a bomb, the boss of Borussia Dortmund. And the players were saying that they did not have the mind to play the game the next day, knowing what have happened. Let's not use this as an excuse, but we cannot. We must mention that because we don't say that it will be fair to Borussia Dortmund. But having said that, Monaco should not take it for granted because, as you know, Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund is fire for fire too. They will go up because now they know they don't win, they're out. They don't want to play for draw.
So, Opuene, let me put you on the spot. Juventus, Barcelona, who proceeds?
I think Juventus will move forward.
Borussia Dortmund, Monaco.
That's a tight one, no? But I won't rule Borussia Dortmund out.
Atletico Madrid, Leicester City.
I think Atletico will move.
Real Madrid, Bayern Munich.
That's very with Bayern losing the first leg now. It doesn't matter who is coming back for them. It will be dicey. It's possible, but it will be dicey.
Opuene, the coaches that are in these teams, look at Allegri of Juventus, Barcelona. Henrique is leaving at the end of the season. Borussia Dortmund, Tuchel, Monaco, Atletico Madrid. Look at them. These are top quality players, but the only coach there that the two teams that are play in France, Borussia Dortmund coach and Monaco. Those are the players, coaches that are unknown.
And
Leicester City. These are coaches that are unknown, but the other coaches, five of them are very much have been in Europe. Carlo Ancelotti has been there. Luis Enrique has been there. Atletico Madrid, Diego Simone, Bayern Munich, they are there, and then Real Madrid, Zinedine Zidane is
current champion of the league.
So, well, is the Champions League a vital land for unknown coaches?
Well, when Mourinho came to 04, he won the league. It was an unknown quantity. Nobody know him. He came and won the league. He couldn't win it in Chelsea. The material of Chelsea, nobody knew he came from where he won the league. So at the end of the day, I see it this way: if you have a philosophy and you can instill that, as I always say, it's marketing. If you can instill that into your players, they believe in you. You people believe your players believe in themselves. It is possible.
So is Ronaldo able to score more goals to make it 101 or 102?
Well, we can say what we want to say here, but only time can tell.
BBC attack Real Madrid. They look very unstoppable. Well, thank you very much, Opuene. Viewers, is UEFA Championship League today and tomorrow. I ask you to watch because that's one explosive thing, even greater than the World Cup, because this Stars is a combination of national team players. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We are back in full force, and all our companies that have been talking to us, we need you to come over to us, especially politicians. Now that you are contesting, the election is about a month ago. Come talk to us. We can help sell you to the electorates. I mean the politicians in British Columbia, where we operate from. I'm yours sincerely, Joe Ehizode, signing off on this very great day. And I wish you a happy viewing in the UEFA Championship League. Have a good night.